When you see something that your child has pursued, that they have had a lot of hiccups, speed bumps, hardships, but to see them be able to obtain something, there's just no prouder moment and just such a true joyfulness. Since he was little, he was playing a lot of different sports growing. He just seemed to gravitate more towards football and one that he wanted to stick with. And so even from a young age, we took him to some football camps, which he loved the challenge. He felt something awkward in his knee. So I remember he kind of hobbled around, and then he actually went back in for the next play or two because he wanted to finish out that drive and give his team one more touchdown.
My name's Keegan Setliff. I'm 5'9", 170. I go to Arlington Heights Christian School. So I went through the whole rehab process, got back, and I was like, man, can't wait to do it.
It was encouraging to see Keegan, even when he was at his lowest, to be able to go through and talk to Richie and the rest of the team, to be able to be encouraged whenever you lose your senior year to an MCL injury.
Me and my mom, we sat down one night. She's like, look, Keegan, I don't know how to direct you in this. The kids around your school probably won't know how, or AD doesn't know how. Not many people from the school actually get offers, so nobody around here knows how to help you properly. I found this guy who I think could be a big help. I did my research, I looked into him, I saw what I needed, and I really think they could help you. It's in the recruiting process.
We ended up going with Next Play and Richie's mentorship. I would say predominantly because I liked his approach that they teach the players how to do this on their own. I like that they start with a process where they interview the player, because before you invest that money, they do ensure that, hey, we just want to make sure this kid is legitimately self-motivated in wanting to do this, which is a big deal, particularly at the next level.
Gail did most of the research and things like that on his part. There's just so many rules and regulations. Well, you can't contact this, or you can't do this, or it's got to be done it this way, and it's got to be done that way. And so it made it very challenging, kind of overwhelming to be able to do that and know how to do it without having to use somebody to guide you. I left that in my wife's hands, and she did the research on that and said, this is the best one I found, that you get the biggest bang for the buck.
Since working with Richie and his team, my floor level confidence I had before has gone much higher than that. Talking to coaches has become easier. Everything's flown so much smoother than I had before. Coaches are answering, coaches are picking up, people are responding. Everything's just working together how it should. They've helped me through the process, everything I've needed from here up to this point. They've been there. They're like, if you have any questions, let us know. So every time I had a question, hey, the coach texted me this, how should I respond? They were always there to help me and tell me and direct me in where I should go.
Since working with Richie and his team, I would see the biggest area that I've seen my son grow was confidence. And this is something that my husband and I talked with him about. And even through the struggles he had, other people from Brian, from Richie, from these other players continuing to encourage him and push him along, because there's other programs out there and they're like, we'll contact the coaches, we'll find the coaches and send this to you. We'll get those emails ready, your son just has to send them, or we'll even send them, or we'll da-da-da. And I don't think in the long run that would have helped him, but with it, because it was providing the servants and guidance that he needed, but it was also going to be a program that built into him some confidence of how to be a person who could walk into a room. They're going to teach you and show you how to do it, not do it for you. So therefore, I think it was setting him up much better for skills that he could use in life well beyond the football recruiting process.
I found out I was receiving the scholarship offer was when the coach brought me up for a visit. They'd shown us the facilities. We were sitting there watching a game, and one of the coaches called me into his office, and they sat us down, and they said, well, we brought you up here. We want to make you an offer.
My son received the scholarship offer. We were in Oklahoma at that time. They walked us to the back, and they had an envelope, and they set the three of us down in the office. And I thought, he's injured junior and senior year, and we'll let you walk on to this and that. But they actually offered him money for it.
When you see something that your child has pursued, that they have had a lot of hiccups, speed bumps, hardships, whatever you want to call those, along the way, just of seeing your kid succeed something that they'd gone for, and thankfulness that this opportunity was still for him, and tears of joy that came with it through good guidance for Next Play. And I would say, in all honesty, from the goodness of God and directing his path, we are just thankfulness succeeded out for all those people in this program and everything along the way that invested in my son to get him to where he was. At that moment at that table, having somebody said, this is what we can offer you to be able to come out and we want you to play at our school, it was huge.
It was worth it. I mean, look where I'm at now. I've got the scholarship. If you're gonna do this, make sure you do it all the way. Don't half-ass it, just commit. You gotta think that work you're putting in right now will pay off in the end. It paid off in my situation. My situation was dire.
If you are a parent and you are navigating the crazy world of recruiting, because it is crazy when you start looking and trying to find things on your own, and it is very overwhelming, I would 100% recommend Next Play, Richie and his team.